Does Harmel help guys get jobs? How does that work?
Well, we give them the skills needed. We help them with interview skills. We teach them the discipline of showing up on time, working hard, how to properly speak to a coworker, to a boss, and we point them in directions, but getting the job and keeping the job is on them.
That's right. Yep. So it's essential. First thing is to understand that working isn't an option here. We build the schedule in such a way here at Harmel that that you can fulfill the requirement to have a job, to work. So we don't want guys sitting in their rooms playing video games all day or nothing like that. You're going to live a cycle of work here. So you're going to be up early, whether it's a work day or not. And in a sense, every day is a work day. Because you're either up early to prayer, breakfast, and then study in the lab here, you're working on projects here for your classes, or you're up early to get to your job. Now, guys who aren't in an apprenticeship program or are still applying into the apprenticeship program, those guys are still expected to work. And frankly, it could be anything. We prefer that it is trades related or trades adjacent. And we've had plenty of guys that have worked in a number of places here where we have lots of sort of inroads to those types of jobs. The reality is that if you are a young man who is eager and willing to work hard and curious and know when to keep your mouth shut and how to show up on time and all those sorts of things, people are going to hire you. There's plenty of opportunity for that. For those guys who are in the apprenticeship track, gaining the apprenticeships, we actually have what are called collaborating shops here. That's a little more involved, so we don't guarantee anyone any of these jobs, but we do have a set of collaborating shops, and how that works is as these shops, very commonly they're looking for apprentice level talent, we vet a series of these shops, so the guy's not on his own. We pick good partners who understand what we're trying to do here, who will collaborate with us in the formation of the men, who understand that their work schedule is going to be a little bit different and all these sorts of things. But we've created these relationships. We do some of the early vetting and testing and things like this. That would be common things like drug testing, sometimes skills testing and that sort of thing. And we help guide guys and set them up with these collaborating shops. The guy still has to interview for that job. He still has to win the job, and he is the employee of that company. It doesn't go through us. And so these guys, these shops are the employer, and the men are the employee of that shop. But the shops understand what we're trying to do here, and they will even pitch in some training fee money to when it comes time for that apprenticeship training to come in. So they'll help support that guy in his apprenticeship and in his formation. But we don't promise those jobs. The guy's got to win it. The guy's got to keep it. We will also do what we can to work from both sides as advocates, right? Occasionally what can happen is a guy can need to learn something, or he forgets something, or he never knew something that causes a problem, and we can help advocate for that guy or for the shop with that guy. And at the same time, sometimes there's a miscommunication or an extra special need or something, and the guy needs our help to communicate that to the shop so we can act in that informal advocacy role. The important thing to understand, though, is first of all that guys have to work while they're here in some capacity. We don't allow you not to work. Learning to work is part of learning the vocation of work. And the second thing is that when it comes, especially to the apprenticeship track, that's where we get a little bit more involved and help guys win those jobs and be successful in them. So,
on the apprenticeship jobs, if you're coming from out of state, the employers that we've worked with, they understand that you are a student, and they understand that you will be going home for Thanksgiving and Christmas and some of the breaks.
Yeah.
And they know that the question from the student is coming to them. But it's still up to the student to question them. Hey, can I take a few weeks off at Christmas?
Yeah. You can't assume that, but
they generally understand. They've been down this road before with us, and so
it's important to know too as well here that as we talk about sort of apprenticeships and how this works, that communication level. For men who are applying into the apprenticeship level tracks, right? So we're not talking about the gap year guys. We're talking about guys that are moving into an apprenticeship. Those sorts of guys who are interested in that from out of state, remember, that's a longer term program. It's not just the 2-year thing, because you have to get all your on-the-job hours with the same employer, right, to get that journeyman's card from the Department of Labor. So, the guys that are coming from out of state interested in that sort of work, they need to understand that it's more than just a couple years here in West Michigan. They're following through until they get the journeyman's card. Good.
Friends, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with those you know who might be interested in learning more about Harmel Academy of the Trades. And if you're interested in joining this community of work, prayer, and study, or if you're interested in supporting us in other ways, please check out the links in the description below to see how you can do that. God bless you.